Yo, what is going on, guys? Another episode of Downtown Fishing. And recently, a video that has just blown up compared to all my other videos and gained over 2,000 views at this very moment is a video I did on this right here. This guy. This is the Humminbird Helix 5. I currently have it set up for ice fishing because that's what I've been doing lately. Now, in the coming week or two, that's going to very well change, but for now, this is what my whole Humminbird Helix 5 is in. I did a whole review over the Helix 5 and what my thoughts are on it, and that video, that video that I did before. Anyways, I did a whole video on that, what I like about it, what I don't like about it, and whatnot. But today's video, as you very well know by the title, is about something bigger and better than just a normal Helix 5 like this guy. I got myself a new baby. This right here is, you know, real special to me. It really touches my heart that I have. All jokes aside, I really am happy that I got this thing. Like, last year, I'd be going out fishing all the time, and I just wish I had something with side imaging because I could never tell where rocks were and whatnot. This is what this will allow me to do. This guy right here is the Humminbird Helix 7 Chirp Side Imaging GPS. So what does that mean? This thing has side imaging, there's chirp, and there's GPS, and it's a 7, not a 5. I already opened this up just to make sure it's gonna work and whatnot, but I'm gonna go through an unboxing for you guys and show you what you get when you order a Helix 7, because I feel like that's important for a lot of people to, you know, learn and figure out, because when I got it, I didn't know exactly what I got with it, and maybe I can help you out if you're, you know, going down a similar route that I am as far as installing it. Speaking about installing it, I do plan on making a video of installing this, putting everything back on my boat this spring and whatnot, and then going through a rundown of my boat because I never really did that last year. So make sure, if you have not already, subscribe, because you're not going to want to miss that. You're going to want to see how this is all installed in my boat, because I have some big plans, especially for this guy right here, as far as how I'm going to put it inside the boat. But without further ado, let's get opening this guy up. Wow, we got her upside down. Alright, well, you open up the box and you got this thing right here. Kinda resembles, in a way, those cup holders that you would get like at a McDonald's or whatever. Really resembles that, but that's what you get. So then we're gonna start off on the big unit side. So this right here is actually the big unit. Comes in this little fancy plastic thing. You whip that sucker right on off, and boom, you're stuck with this right here. Now, when I ordered the 7, I ordered it because I knew the 7's bigger than the 5. I wanted the 7 because it's a bigger screen, and I'll be able to see it because I'll have this in the back of my boat. I can turn it up so I can see it up in the front of the boat and still have maps and side imaging going while I'm up in the front fishing. That's the reason I got this guy, why I got a 7 at least. I didn't realize just how much bigger it actually is. So just for a little comparison, this is the 5 and this is the 7. Yeah, there's a serious size difference. Like, the whole entire 5 unit fits on the screen of the 7. So that being said, the 7 really isn't that much more expensive than the 5. Like, it is, but it isn't. So right there off the bat, if the 7 works anything like the 5 does, and you're questioning whether you want to get a 5 or a 7, go the 7 route. It's way, way, way better in my opinion, just by looking at this. Like, are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me right now? That's a 2-inch difference according to them. But it seems like such a big difference. Like, just looking at the screen size, there's such a big difference between them. So this is the unit. I'm not gonna go through like how it all works right now. Maybe if you guys want to see a little bit future video on how exactly the side imaging and all that works, let me know down in the comments, and I'll get back to you guys as soon as I can about that and try to make a video on that, because I have monkeyed around with this just a little bit as far as to try to get this side imaging figured out, but I currently don't completely know how to run it. And if you guys have any tips as far as how to run the side imaging on this unit, let me know down in the comments. Anything. I mean, I may have already heard it, but maybe not, and you might help me catch 1 or 2 more fish this year, which is greatly appreciated. So that's the unit. Now we get on to the fun stuff. We got boring stuff that does not need to be read because screw reading. This right here is actually pretty important stuff. This is the plate that it goes on. Really important, really nice thing to have. Really nice thing to have, like I'm saying. It's, yeah, it comes with it. But one thing about this that I'm gonna get into later as far as like how I'm mounting it is this hardware that comes with it. It only comes with screws, so make sure to keep that in mind if you go the route of getting a ram mount like I did, which I'll show you later, but the screws don't work. You need to go buy external bolts in order for it to work. So yeah, these screws are pretty much pointless to me. But yeah, pretty much the unit just, you know, slides right on there like that. And then you got little nuts, kind of bolt looking things that go on the ends here. You screw those in and she's secured down. We'll save that for later. This is gonna be really important for me actually this year. This is the like how to mount it to your boat kind of deal. I'm gonna need to figure out how to mount it to my boat, you know, all that jazz. Yeah. Anyways, that's that. And this is, wait, there's two things here. This is the power cord that plugs in. I'm not sure if this is gonna be long enough or not, but one thing I already see about this cord that the Helix 5 did not come with, it has a fuse already in it, which is sweet, except for if the fuse goes out. I don't know how to change that out. It should be fine, just don't blow a fuse. And then I got this guy right here, which this is way bigger than the Helix 5, just normal transducer, I guess because it has side imaging. And I love how long the cable is. I could run this thing all the way along like a 14-foot boat and get it from the tip of the boat all the way to the back, I feel like. I don't need to, but I got plenty of cordage for that. I wish they would have put a little bit of this cordage in the power cord, but they didn't. So that'll be fun to probably try wiring up. But yeah, so that's all you get inside there. It all works really nicely for what I want to do with it at least. I already hooked up some of the stuff, like I hooked up the power to make sure the unit works and whatnot. It does. That's pretty much what I did before when I opened it the first time. But yeah, now let's get on to the second bag of stuff that I need in order to make this, so you guys kind of get an idea what I want to do. I have plans drawn up right here roughly of what I want to do. See, this right here is my boat, there's my bench, there's my gas tank, there's what I want to do, and there's the deck on the boat. Yeah. Whew. That was a little aggressive. Oops. So it's all good things coming in my videos in a Fleet Farm bag. So the first and most important item inside this Fleet Farm bag is the ram mount. I want a ram mount mainly because I want the unit to be able to be moved around, because when I'm in the front of the boat, like I said, I want to turn it so that way I can see it up in the front of the boat while I'm fishing if I want to have like a map up or GPS or anything like that, or side imaging. I want this to be able to be movable. And then also while I'm like going with the boat, if I'm trying to like scan an area for rocks or whatnot and I'm trying to hit waypoints in different spots, I don't want to have to reach over every time. So with this, I'll be able to move it closer to me, and I should be able to just touch it while I'm going and not have to move around too much. So that's the whole purpose behind this guy. Also, one thing I learned about this one at least that I'm not super happy about is the holes for this don't really align real nicely with this one. So what I'm most likely gonna have to do is like put two of the holes into this and then maybe try drilling another hole into it or something. But anyways, the holes really don't line up really nicely, which I wish they did, but they don't. So keep that in mind if you are gonna go out and buy this exact ram mount, is the holes for this, yeah, they don't line up real nicely with the holes for the Humminbird. But other than that, it's not a big deal. I got screws because any good woodworking project requires screws, not nails. Nails come out over time. We got these little connector guys because I needed to put those connector guys onto the power cord to plug into the battery. And then we got these little cable clamps in order to hold down those cables and the wiring and whatnot, so that way I don't have wires just laying all over the boat. So that's like one of my least favorite things to have happen to the boat. But that should be about it. Now I got a mess to clean up, but thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate you guys watching. Like I said, if you want to see how this stuff is installed in the boat and how I put this new unit to use, make sure to subscribe, because in the coming week or 2 or probably 3 weeks, I will be having a video out on my whole boat. If you guys haven't seen my John boat that I made, well, yeah, that John boat to bass boat build that I did, I didn't really touch up on it too much last year, but there are a few videos on that. Those will be down in the description for you guys to check out. But this all will be added to it and hopefully make the boat a lot better and a lot more fishable out of. If you guys have any further questions about the unit or why I went with this one over another one, leave those down in the comments as well, and I'll make sure to get back to you guys as soon as possible with my most clearest answer I can think of. But otherwise, I'll see you guys next week on next Tuesday when I am doing something fishing related. Who knows what? But yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Peace.